setting. So what that looks like is you pretending to walk into the room, so you would think knock, and I'd be like, hi, I'm Lori, I'm going to be your OT today. First, ask permission to touch the person, okay? So the standard line this program uses is it okay if I touch you? I think that's a little weird to ask it in that manner. So I often say, I'm going to have to touch you to put your cup on, or I try to keep a context to it. Will that be okay? And you would say, okay. Yeah. I hope that's okay. I probably already touched you. And then at that point, we will have hand sanitizer out, which I'll put out for you. And then you'll say, I'm now going to wash my hands, because in real life you should be washing your hands before making any patient contact, and then when you're done touching the patient. So I'm washing my hands, and then you start with the competency, okay? The other thing we look at is your professional dress, okay? So if you're wearing a really low-cut top that when you bend over to take your patient's blood pressure, everything's showing, points against, professionalism. Same thing for your back. If you have your underwear sticking out, or you're wearing a dress with high heels, you want to wear kind of what I'm wearing, like, casual, professional. Scrubs is also acceptable, okay? Okay, so the way the competencies run are you're going to go through everything, save blood pressure for last, do blood pressure systolic baseline, and then I'm going to pop in because I'm going to listen to your blood pressure. Okay, so I'm going to do the tube stethoscope. You ready?
Yeah, so I start over.
Start over there. Here's your sink.
Awesome. Do I wait for them to say and come in, or do I just knock?
Just knock and just pretend this is your first chance of being an OT.
Awesome.
Got it.
Hi, I'm Jillian. I'm going to be your OT today. Is it okay if I touch your arm today and get your vitals? Okay. I'm just going to wash my hands and then we'll start.
Do you have all your equipment, like you're going to have to do temperature and your pulse
No, I
ox?
don't have temperature and I don't have the thing.
Did you have a pulse ox? Or
Yeah,
did you already
I
clean it?
have-
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll give you another one.
Thank you.
This will all be laid out for your competency.
I'll take your temperature first. That's on Celsius.
That's fine. So I'll try to get it adjusted. At this point, I might ask you, what's a normal temperature reading?
For Celsius?
No, give me for Fahrenheit.
3.6.
Right, and what would I be concerned, what temperature would I start to be concerned for fever?
99.6 or 104 or 100.4.
Correct, very good. So these are the types of prompting questions. In addition to taking it, I want to know that you understand what's the concerning number reading, okay? All right?
Okay, I'm going to take your pulse next. And I'm going to put it towards here, if that's okay. Awesome. So your pulse was 64 beats per minute, and then
How long did you measure it for?
I
All right.
did 15 seconds, but
Okay.
I also watched your breathing, but I didn't count it. I was supposed to count it.
You tell me it's a competency.
Oh, sorry. I'm being actually thick.
So, yeah, why don't you do the respiration rate? Go ahead, just do it. You don't have to do the pulse part again, just put it on her abdomen and take it. It was 64, she said?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, was I not supposed to?
You don't have to, I was just
Oh,
curious.
Okay, I did, but.
That's okay, so for purposes of the competency, we'll do 15 seconds.
Okay, for everything.
So what did you get in the time that you did it?
I think I was almost on 11.
11?
Isn't it supposed to be like 10 to 12? I don't.
It was 12 to 16, so that's fine. So you did 11 in 45 seconds?
Yeah.
For competency, everything is 15 seconds times 4. It'll take a whole day to do competencies, you'll see. So we'll estimate it was 12 breaths per minute, right? Okay, so respiration rate.
Makes me understand that this is not.
You will write it. I'm writing it. So what you'll do, you'll have your card, and there'll be, the question was, during competencies, who writes it? I'm writing it so you can see what she's doing, but you'll have a little index card, you'll write your name, and then you'll write all of this on the card and hand it in at the end, okay? And that's what real life is. You'll be taking vitals and then writing them down, so you have it to put in a note, okay? So it's good habit.
I just took this, do I write that down?
Yeah, so tell me what it was.
I don't know what it's called.
Percent O2?
Yes,
Percent oxygen.
Okay?
that was 100.
So when I document it, I may not have gone over this, it's O2 is equal to how much?
100%.
100%. So when you're documenting this, it's 100%. No one in here I anticipate is going to be in an oxygen tank, okay? If you roll in with an oxygen tank, we'll worry about it then. If you're not, you're going to have whatever the percentage is, and then you're going to write RA at the end. That stands for room air. So breathing just straight up room air, she has 100% oxygen, okay? So RA has to go at the end of that. Otherwise, if they're on supplemental oxygen, I would write 92%, and then oxygen's measured in liters. So it might be 2 liters of oxygen, 3 liters of oxygen, okay? It's important to note because somebody that requires oxygen, their progress is going to be shown by making it to room air. That's always a goal, okay? That's on the video, so you guys have it, good.
Do I have to re-record my heart rate?
No, what was the heart rate that you?
367.
Close enough. So that correlated pretty close, which means you did a good job taking the pulse. Okay, what's next?
I'm going to find your systolic baseline.
Okay.
I'm going to put this on your, which arm do you prefer? Like, I'm going to rest it against the wall.
A helpful hint for competencies is to wear a short sleeve shirt or wear like a cardigan with a tank top underneath that you could just take off the sleeve.
In competency, we'll be doing with our partner, right?
You are doing it with your partner and I am grading you. So the way we're sticking it this year is I used to teach everyone in the whole course vitals. That's not possible because I can't have that many people in a room at one time. So Sam's teaching vitals. She's grading those people, their vitals competencies. I'm grading your vitals competency. Okay, so we're kind of keeping it. You're with your partner, you're with me, everything's the same. So if there's any discrepancy in the way she taught it, you're not judged for it, okay? Ready? So what are you doing right now?
I am finding her heart rate. I'm going to pump until I don't feel it.
Okay, and what's that called?
Systolic baseline.
Yeah, very good. Okay. So what did you get?
I got roughly 110.
110. So what would her systolic baseline be?
130.
Very good. Why is that? Because you have to add 20. Systolic baseline. Okay. So 130 is going to be what?
Or where I pump.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to do blood pressure?
Yeah. Oh.
Where's my? Oh, put it over here too. set up the way you want, and I will pop in at the end. I'm gonna take my microphone off for this just because I have 10,000 things on my head right now. Sorry.
What side? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter. You get set up as if I'm not here, and then I will just go in at the end.
Sorry.
Ready to go? What are you waiting for here?
Am I supposed to find
No.
nothing?
Nope. You're not finding anything
Oh, I'm
right now.
just putting it there?
You're just putting.
Oh,
You will hear nothing until you, well, I don't want to tell you, but you're not
Alright.
hearing anything right now.
got it.
Alright, I'm gonna stop you. Are you letting any air out at all?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like barely moving. So what happened, for the people that couldn't see, she let air out very quickly in the beginning, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure. And
I-
this is perfect that we're practicing this, so I don't even think it's any critique of you. She let air out very quickly between 130 and 110, and I'm not sure if we heard the exact systolic.
Yeah.
And then it was very slow to the point I had to ask if we're letting any air out. So let's do it again. Try to do a little slower in the beginning
Yeah.
and a little faster at the end. Okay? Same systolic baseline.
Was it still really fast in the beginning?
It was better. What'd you get? What
I
was
got, it was a little over 100, I know that, but I think I hit it too fast, I know. And then the ending was, I think, like 76 maybe?
Yeah, I got like 95 over 70. I got like 72.
Okay.
So I want you to, because a lot of people get very nervous that you're going to fail if we get a completely different blood pressure reading. That's not the case. If I'm in the ballpark, because there's just a margin of error of when I start to hear it versus when you start to hear it, I'm watching over you so I can't see the dial as clearly as you. If she said she got 140 over 100 and I got 90 over 60, obviously one of us is wrong. And I'm going to assume it's the student, sorry. But if we're in that range where we're both sort of the same, that's okay. So don't worry about like, oh my God, I have to hear exactly, or we have to match exactly. It's not about that. It's just that we're sort of in the same ballpark. So any feedback for the group? Go ahead.
So for the competencies, you're listening to for the book?
I am listening, yes, because I really want to know. It is easy for a student to think, oh, I heard it at this and I got it at here, and how do I know? So that's why, for that, I am listening. Okay, so I want to know if you are actually hearing what you should be hearing.
And
Okay.
are you allowed to do it more than once?
You can do it as many times. So this is not about like getting it perfect. Like I want you to leave here feeling semi-confident in taking a blood pressure reading. Okay? This is not about drilling you to get it exactly right. In real life, you might have to take it 3 times because it's hard to hear. It might be really hard to hear. So
once I came around to practice, you might have seen me, I'll start repumping it. If it's going down, I'm like, ooh, I'm not sure if I heard that right. I'll just repump it a couple more ticks and let it come down again, okay? So you may not get it right the first time every time. I think you did a good job. Other than not watching the respirations right away, you need to watch the respirations. Otherwise, it was good.